Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back here with another video, and today I decided to make a very simple video where I'm going to show you guys my top 5 VS Code extensions, and I'm going to explain each one of them and why I really think that they are the best ones that I have. So you can see I have here my VS Code opened, and it's opened on a random project, but you can see that the first actual extension would be related to how our code looks like. So for example, I'm going to open up this project. The first extension is going to be my theme, and a lot of people have been asking me this. You can see this is my theme. This is how everything is laid out. This is the color scheme. Everything is looking good in my opinion. And the name of this this extension is can I find it? It's called Palenight Theme. You can see right here. If you want to download it, you can click on this icon on your VS Code and just search Palenight Theme, and this is the basic visual of the theme. And on other videos I used to use another theme called Shades of Purple, which is this one right here. So if you want to use this one is also really cool, but I just got tired of it, so I chose to change it to Palenight, and I'm liking Palenight a lot currently. So this is the first actual extension, and it's kind of like a theme, so I don't know if it would incorporate into extensions, but it is actually an extension that I downloaded on VS Code. So the second one is an extension. It's crucial for everyone who's working on VS Code. It's basically the Prettier extension. So I think most people already know what Prettier is, but for those who don't know, Prettier is a code formatter, meaning that if you watch any of my videos, you can see that, for example, I'm gonna open up here app.js. This is a random project I have. If I came here and just indented things weirdly and I don't know, put this on the same line as this, and I clicked save, it was supposed to, you saw that here it corrected itself, right? You can see that when I press save, it automatically pushes itself to the left. Over here it didn't, because if I give some space over here and click save, you can see it pushes back because it wants to organize. This, it doesn't push to down, because you might want to have two tags right next to each other, but this is the basic idea of Prettier. It allows you to format your code automatically when you click the save button, so that it literally saves you so much time. Imagine having to fix all of this. I'm going to try to screw up this code a lot, and I'll click save, and you can see it fixes itself automatically. So if you want to download this, the name is Prettier Formatter, code formatter, and it's really cool. You can see it's 4 out of 5, 9 million downloads. So yeah, it's really cool. The next one is one that a lot of people have been asking me, and I remember I wanted this and I couldn't find the name, so I had to do some research. It's called import cost, and it doesn't even have 1 million downloads, which I find surprising, but it's just something really cool, because it allows you to have, when you import any plugin or any library or package, it automatically shows you what is the import cost, so how large the package is. So I'll show you. For example, I'll come here into my app.js, and you can see that I imported Axios, and it says that Axios is 15.8 kilobytes. Then if I came here, for example, and I imported something else, I don't know, I don't actually have anything downloaded here, but if I were to download, let me try to download, for example, React Router DOM. It's just a random library I'm downloading, and I want to take a look to see. I want to show you guys what happens. So if I come here to the top and said import, I don't know, import, I'm gonna try to import some stuff from React Router DOM as router routes. You can see that if I try to, when I say from React Router DOM, it's going to automatically tell me exactly what is the cost of importing this stuff. So this is awesome in my opinion. I really enjoy this, because it also gives me I find it visually appealing. You can see right here, you can also understand if you're working with a very large package. For example, if you're working with Moment.js, it is a large package, so it is something that is important to keep in mind. You don't want to be downloading a lot of large packages, because it will just make your project be too heavy. And yeah, this is the basic idea of what import cost is. The other one is, in my opinion, it's the first extension I ever got, and honestly, if you don't have this, you're wasting a lot of time. It's called the ES7 React Redux GraphQL React Native Snippets. So basically, this I think most of you probably already have this. This is an extension that will allow you to automate a lot of stuff. For example, I have here an app.js, right? So if I wanted to create a different component, like let me call this home.js, and I could just write import React from React and then create my component, but that would take too long. By using this extension, I can just write RFCE and press enter, and it automatically creates everything. This is a functional component, and it also exports default the function name at the bottom. This is what RFCE means. But if I wanted to just RFC would be just creating a functional component that automatically exports default at the top. If I wanted to create a class component, I would say that it's RCC, I guess. Yeah, you can see it's a class component, and it automatically creates a bunch of stuff. It works for, as I mentioned before, GraphQL, Redux, React Native. It's really awesome in my opinion. So if you don't have this currently, you're wasting a lot of time with by creating your components on your own, and I just automate a lot of stuff with this. So the final thing the final extension I want to show you guys is these things over here. So you can see that my folders and my files all have like a cool icon, and I've been so used to these icons because I had this extension for a long time. But whenever I open up a new VS Code and I see someone else who doesn't have this icon, I get really confused because literally this is not how VS Code already starts. Because you can see each folder has a different icon, right? And for example, if I came here and created a TypeScript file, so let me write here file.ts, you can see that the icon is changing. If I wanted a TypeScript with JSX and put an X, the icon changes. If I wanted to create a Java file, the icon changes. If I wanted to create a Python file, the icon changes. I find this so cool, like not the icons on itself, but like just being able to see all of the different extensions that we have, and I really enjoy this extension. The name of it is called Material. Let me find it. It's probably down here. It's Material Icon Theme over here. You have like 1,000 different themes, as you can see right here. It's really cool. I would recommend downloading it because it doesn't take up anything. It's just like a simple extension. One click, you'll have this in your project. So I find this really cool. And actually, I said 5, but I had to include the last one, which is probably it's a lot more, I would say, functional than all of the other extensions that I mentioned. It is actually LiveShare. LiveShare, for those who don't know, allows you to work on the same VS Code, the same project on various different computers from all around the world. So for example, I participated on a hackathon like 2 or 3 months ago, and since I'm in Brazil, I study in Canada. All my friends were in Canada, and there were 4 of us, and I was able to work on the same file with them, like automatically on the same VS Code, the same files, the same React project, by using LiveShare with them, and they were in Canada. So this is really cool. I really enjoy this. It was created by Microsoft, which is a great company, and I feel like LiveShare is something that if you're working with a lot of people, then it's definitely worth looking it up. So that's basically it. These were the 5 or 6 extensions that I enjoy the most. I use them all the time, and I really hope that you guys could enjoy this video and you guys could learn and find out about a new extension that you guys didn't know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and leave a like down below because I'm posting every single day and I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, and I see you guys next time.